Good evening, folks. What we've got here is a Northcourt guitar amplifier, Northcourt 5. I presume it's 5 watts. Guitar amplifier from the 1960s. Now this is coming for repair, check-up stroke repair. We don't know yet. We're gonna look. Basically, what I want to do, I want to just check that the valves are in a box here. The guy took the valves out. They're in a box here. I've got the bottom and the top all goes back on. I didn't see the point of you taking that off in front of you. Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to connect. I'm going to set the variac. I'm going to connect the meter to see that we have, just to make sure that we're making DC, to make sure the transformer's okay. We need to make sure that the transformer's working and that the unit is actually making DC. And there's a fuse here with a rectifier on it, so we can straight to that fuse. We're on voltage, DC volts, and we're 121 volts. So we have got the short circuit lamp in, so we'll turn the DC, the voltage variac right up. 323, that's good enough. We're making enough voltage, so the transformer's working. Sorry, what, you wouldn't want to get a nip off that, would you? Yeah, speaking of which, I got one the other day, didn't I? So basically, the transformer's working. I haven't checked whether it's making 6 volts for the heaters. I've not checked that, but hey, let's live dangerously, eh, folks? Right, so what we'll do, we've got our speaker connected, and what we'll do, because we've got our speaker connected, what we'll do, we'll connect the signal generator. We'll connect the signal generator to there, and make sure it's not shorting, because we don't want to. It won't blow up if it shorts, just won't get any fucking sound, that's all. There we go. And we want to make sure the best possible chance of getting audio from it. So, right, these are the guy's own valves that it came with. So now we know what we're getting. Now we know the transformer's working, we can pop the valves in and see if we get anything. And so we're on full, oh hang on, full power on the variac. EL84's lighting. Someone just come up my path. Hang on a minute. I think this might be the shithouse man. Hi folks, yeah, that was just the drain fellas. They come to that was just the guys that come to sort my drains out. I remember once he came, and my ex-wife answered the door. He says, "Excuse me, I believe we're from the council." He says, "Well, I believe your ablutions are malfunctioning." She says, "Pardon?" He says, "I believe you had a shit house. I believe you have a shit house that won't work." She says, "Yeah, he's in bed." Anyway, there we go. Anyway, back onto this. Basically, what we're going to do, we're going to put in I'm going to put in a 1 kilohertz tone sine wave, and we'll see if we get anything out of it. So we'll turn this on and turn the volume up a bit. The EL84's lighting up. The speaker is connected, the speaker is working. There, you can see that EL84 there, look, it's lovely that. But That one ain't. The other ones, we're getting nothing, are we? We're getting nothing. Nada. Nothing. Nothing. Not at all. So that valve's even cold. So let's pop this in. I'm going to go for swapping because the audio output is glowing. And this one, I'm going to go for replacing the EWC83. So we'll pop an EWC83 into it. I apologise for the noise, folks, but you know, it's got to be done, I suppose. And there we go. Yeah. That's it working. Right, well that's that working, folks. You know, dodgy valve. The customer will be pleased, very pleased. So that's turn this off. That'll be on now. I'll turn the variac down. There we go. So we'll leave this as it is because I'll pull the valves out for now while I put it back together. Oh no, I won't. No, I won't.
Might I just come in a minute?
Yeah, come in, mate. No problem.
Nice one.
Right, so that's... Why is that valve leaning to one side? Probably the valve side. I've not got a clue. But not that it matters. So we'll take the signal generator off. And... well, that, folks... Why is it... There we go. Why is it pissed? Looks like it's pissed up. It's probably the valve socket, I don't know. Anyway, that is we'll get the pliers on this and straighten this case because it's a bit bent. So we'll give that a tweak to, there we go. And the contacts are all a bit dirty, so we'll see about maybe cleaning them up with something, find something to clean them up with. The switches are clean, they don't need anything doing. I presume this can go on anyway. Yeah, it just pops on the top there. And, oops. I mean, the fella who owns this, hasn't got the screws for it, so let me just, this is a bit, what do you call it, this is a bit bent in places. Let me get the persuader. Give it a tap. Just straighten it out, you see. Straighten it out where it's bent. There we go. Next one. That's the one. That's all done. Now, pop the cover back on. There we go. Get it straight. Don't you just hate it when things are not completely straight and right, so that's that. So let's find some screws to put in this and make a nice neat job. he only had metric screws. Well, unfortunately I've only got metric screws as well, so metric screws it'll have to be. But I was going to put self tappers in, but don't think you need to. We've got any of these black. Got some nice black ones here. Some nice black ones, they should be a nice match. Well, they're perfect fit. I'm in here, do you want to come in, Francis?
Yeah, just a minute.
Okay.
Are you the upstairs flat, are you?
Yeah. Is it coming down for me? Because there's nobody in all last week.
Yeah, it's your dirty bath water, Francis.
Hello?
Your dirty bath or sink water.
I can't hear you again.
Well, if you come in my workshop, you better wear me, I better tell you.
What, love?
I'm saying, it's your water from upstairs. It flooded my kitchen out this morning.
That's the first time I've used my bath.
You know, I know it was your water because it weren't mine because it was warm water. Because my feet were warm when I stepped
Did you
in
ring
it.
council?
Yes, that's why the guys are here. Because the woman even told me.
Yeah.
She said there's a plumber coming out tomorrow to know.
That's right, there is.
She says what number's above you? I said number 49.
Yeah.
She said, well, there's a woman. She said there's a plumber coming to see you, so we're coming to see number 49 tomorrow.
That's right.
And then she looked. She says, oh, hang on. She said but that's only about the pipe under the sink or something.
Yes, but I also mentioned this.
Yeah.
And she said, where is it and what's it coming from? And I've not been well all week since I come home.
Oh, are you where you?
Oh, I was worn out. Monday,
Right.
couldn't get her up. Tuesday. I couldn't say much to her, Andy, because I don't know what it is and where he's coming from. So she said, well, he'll have to have a word with me. So I'll have a word with the fellas, but come tomorrow. You know.
Oh.
So what is it?
Hang on a minute. I've got something for you, Francis.
What? Oh, Andy, I don't want it.
Here.
What is
Your
it?
20 quid I owe you.
Is that all you've got?
Yeah, well, no. Take it. I owe it you.
You can have it whenever you want it.
I owe it you, Francis. I'm not like that. You know me.
I know that.
I know it's been a few weeks, but
Listen, you've done such a lot for me. I wasn't expecting that.
no, you get it back. It's as simple as that.
No, you do jobs for me.
You know.
A lot of jobs.
I know that, but besides the point, you know.
Yeah, what do you mean, eh? What do you mean? Yeah, I've not been to her at all. That holiday, there were so many hills.
Oh, hang on a minute. Let me just stop the video because I'm recording. Oh, sorry about that. I thought that was me neighbour from upstairs, and yeah, she very kindly helped me out a couple of weeks ago when I was a bit short. So I believe in paying back, me. You know, basically, you borrow something, you pay it back, and where's the back of this hand? I mean, she didn't want to take it off me, bless her, but you know, she didn't want to take it off me, did she? But it's hers. I mean, simple as that, really. You know, you know, you borrow something, you pay it back. It's as simple as that. I mean, that's how it works. Well, that's not going to tighten up, so that's no bloody good. Fuck's sake, see, we're getting anything a bit. So that's the same fucking thickness. Why do we have to be in a fucking... Hang on. Why do we have to be? Why do we have to be a nation that fucking deals in only metric fucking sizes? And fucking, you know, why can't we fucking have imperial? I mean, they fit, but I'd like them a bit tighter than that. But they're all I've got, so that's what I'm putting in. Are you sure we've got enough of those?
Sounds like it goes green again.
I mean, the guy ain't flogging this anyway, so it doesn't make any difference, I suppose. He's keeping it, so... I mean, some of them tight, a couple of them tight and a couple don't. That's stupid. Anyway, I've done what I can for him. There we go. That'll do. Right, so basically, there we go. That's all I can do really. I mean, at least it's back together and it's working. There we go.
You okay to plug an extension lead in the socket in the hole?
Yeah, you go for it, mate, don't worry. Right, well that's his amplifier sorted out, folks. That's working lovely, that. I'm not going to put any music through it because I'm fed up of getting a copyright strike off YouTube. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. This has only been a short repair, but at least this is done and he can see it working tomorrow when he comes. And I can't believe my neighbour not wanting to take her 20 quid back. You know, but you borrow something, you know, of course you do, you give it back. You know, I know it's on camera me doing that, but I'm not really bothered because... Right. Fucking has a remote control for the camera is. Right. Next project, folks, is a Philco record player. We'll get that on the bench in a minute.